Hello, and welcome to Realible World News. Monoliths have been popping up all over the world. Have you heard about that, Dr. Richards?
I have. I can't tell if those giant metal structures are some extraterrestrial being trying to send a message, or some condescending art bastard trying to prove he's better than everyone else.
While we don't know for sure, one thing is for sure. These shiny metal penises are showing up all over Nintendo games.
Like Donkey Kong, Super Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong Jr., Pac-Man, Space Invaders.
Or if you're not a dinosaur, you might be familiar with Nintendo over The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, and the Xenoblade Chronicles series. And these are the exact games that the Monoliths have popped up within.
Can't you play as a dinosaur in Super Mario Odyssey?
You can, but I was mainly just making a joke over how old you are at your expense because you only mentioned games on the Nintendo Entertainment System, which released during the Jurassic period.
Well, I'm sorry that I'm a fan of the classics, Dr. Williams. These new games, they're too complicated. They're too confusing. There's too many buttons on these controllers. Am I supposed to be an octopus? Do I need 8 arms to play these new games? They're too much. I hate them. They just piss me off.
Okay, boomer. Anyways, it seems like these monoliths that have been popping up all over the globe are related to some sort of Nintendo publicity stunt. In a new patch, Super Mario Odyssey, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Xenoblade Chronicles have had some of these monoliths pop up within the game. And it's extra suspicious because one of Nintendo's developers are called Monolith Soft.
This sounds like the work of the Yakuza. I know they've always been affiliated with Nintendo, and that goddamn Japanese gang is now attacking the rest of the world.
Is that like their thing? Are they known for putting up monoliths?
Probably. That gang is known for all sorts of outrageous acts. They have really cool tattoos, and they like to cause confusion and mass hysteria.
Well, if that's what they're going for, they succeeded because this is all the world has been able to talk about for the last 2 weeks. And whether it's related to Nintendo or not, everyone is confused. Speaking of big, gigantic steel penises, that's actually a good segue into our next story.
I didn't know this next story was about me.
Not you, but someone very close to you. This story is about Crazy Frog. He is back and bigger than ever, and so is his penis.
Oh my god, Crazy Frog is back? I thought he was put behind bars. His penis was the first one I ever saw. This frog is a monster.
While Crazy Frog did not spend any time behind bars, he did recently have his Twitter account disabled. His account was restricted from access due to him revealing this new gigantic penis.
Well, how big was it?
Crazy Frog's new penis protrudes at a 90-degree angle and still manages to reach above his head.
This sounds physically impossible.
Maybe for a human, but you know how frogs' tongues can like stretch out? So can their penises.
I know frogs have a stretchy, sticky tongue to help catch bugs, insects, and other food particles, but why would Crazy Frog need a stretchy, sticky penis? What will this help him accomplish?
Dr. Richards, I'm afraid you might already know what this might help him accomplish.
Why would he want a bunch of bugs, insects, or other food particles stuck to his penis?
I'm starting to think we're focusing too much on his new penis and not enough on his return. How do you feel about Crazy Frog returning?
I actually love Crazy Frog's music. His bing ba bow was my ringtone for a couple of years, so I can't wait to see what he comes out with next.
Well, I think one thing is for sure. At the next EDM festival, we better see Skrillex, Deadmau5, and Crazy Frog headlining. And we know for a fact at least one of those guys has a very impressive schlong.
Speaking of impressive, Breaking Bad is still known as one of the best TV shows of all time. And now, it is finally getting a much-deserved prequel.
Dr. Richards, Better Call Saul has been out for like 5 seasons.
Who cares about Saul? This new prequel is about Walter White.
Dr. Richards, I'm sure most viewers are not completely aware with who this character is. Can you tell us a little bit more about this prequel and what character it is following?
Walter White is a happy-go-lucky little bitch dad gone hardcore badass meth manufacturer.
See, this reminds me a little bit about Heisenberg.
Spoiler alert. Not everyone has seen this show. You can't just say things like that without a spoiler alert. Anyways, spoiler alert, this show is about Walter White before he becomes Heisenberg.
Heisenberg.
We follow him through his childhood years, through severe bullying and parental abuse, as we watch the man who becomes Heisenberg.
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 Dr. Richards, this is confusing to me because I didn't care about him as an adult before he became Heisenberg. Why would I care about him as a kid?
Because he's being played by young Sheldon.
Wow, that kid is like the biggest actor in the world. He's more famous than Fred Savage or someone else that was really big as a kid.
Ian Armitage, made famous from young Sheldon, will be playing this other young genius in this new Breaking Bad prequel, The One Who Knocks.
So why is it called that? What was he knocking on as a kid? Was he a Boy Scout? Was he trying to sell Boy Scout cookies?
I think so. I've only seen 2 seasons of Breaking Bad, but I get some serious Boy Scout vibes from Walter White.
This still isn't captivating me though. I have no need to check the show out. Besides being a Boy Scout, what makes a young Walter interesting?
That is the big question. But at the same time, who cared about young Sheldon?
I don't care about adult Sheldon. And somehow young Sheldon exists, so I guess I see your point.
The One Who Knocks is expected to be a major hit. You will be able to catch it on AMC or MTV. Maybe it'll be a streaming only show, so Amazon Prime maybe. It's all so confusing. I wish I could just play Donkey Kong and not worry about all of these new TV channels.
See, I never even know if I'm on Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus,
HBO Max.
I never know which one I'm even on. You would think the Disney part would be a big giveaway, but it's not. For some reason, there's still Disney stuff on other streaming services. You can't even know which one you're on. So really, The One Who Knocks might as well air on everything. Doesn't make a difference to me. They're all getting my $10 a month each. At this point, I'm paying $400.
Well, I'm glad that I'm getting your passwords from your ex-wife. I have not paid a cent for streaming, television, or any entertainment since you guys got a divorce.
Wow, out of some people's misery comes other people's happiness. We can learn a lot from this story, Dr. Richards. And you know what else we can learn a lot from? The world weather.
Please enlighten us on the state of the globe.
From my knowledge, the world is looking extra chilly this month, but only in regions that celebrate Christmas.
Well, that makes sense. You can't have Christmas without snow.
Precisely. That makes me wonder though, what came first? Did snow bring thoughts of Santa, or did Santa bring snow? Do people in the desert not believe in Santa enough to bring snow? Or do people in the desert not believe in Santa because there is no snow?
From my research, mammoths, saber-toothed cats, and sloths believed so highly in Santa Claus that they triggered the Ice Age and ended up killing themselves.
And those bastard dinosaurs, their arch nemesis.
Speaking of dinosaurs, that leads me to this week's horoscope. If your favorite dinosaur was the T-Rex, you're probably gonna get laid. If your favorite dinosaur was the Leopolodon, you will probably die alone.
Wow, what a holly jolly news week. Give this video a thumbs up if you like T-Rexes, and give this video a thumbs down if you like Leopolodons and you want to die alone. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with the most relatable news on the internet, and we'll see you next time.
Dr. Richards,
Dr. Williams,
signing off.